All right, so welcome. My house, cat tree, and a big blank wall. And so my goal is to put a hole in the wall. So I'm going to draw it, and we'll time lapse it and see what happens. All right, so I've done some sketching on the wall a little bit with a pencil. Kind of my shadow in the way, but you can kind of see this hole, this little outline of a hole that I'm going to make. I'm using this as my center point here. I will be attaching a string to it, and then going out to each of my points on the wall and coming in maybe 2 or 3 inches. And then so each point's going to be relevant to my breaks, and then I'll connect the lines, the endpoints. So now to make some depth into my hole. Okay, so I ended up switching from the string to a level, so I got a 36-inch level or whatever it is, 48-inch level, which I was able to set onto my nail and then stretch out to my points. And so I came in basically 2 inches all the way around, connected a couple of these, and the reason this one's different is because this edge is hidden from my point. However, it still would have a break in it. So when I measured over 2 inches to this point, then from this point to the edge of this brick is where that would flow based on my line. And so we've got the little break right here that you don't see, that will be my space. And then we have the same thing happened up here. This was my end point, and so we had to come across, and I stopped because that's what that block is. So I'll show you my blocks in a minute. Okay, turn the light off just to see if we get some better because of the reflection, but we don't. So I'm gonna move in. So what I've done is I've sort of drew in my bricks. And so there's an indent. There's one that pops out a little behind. And so another one that breaks off behind. And so now the goal is to get some paint, and then I'm going to paint the edges of my brick and then the inside of my hole. I'm going to do my hole flat black so it looks like something pushed through into space. So let me see if I can get another picture of this that's better. All right, I was just trying to figure out other lighting to show this a little better, but it's not working. That's a flashlight. Trying to show some of my markings. There they are. So you can kind of see how it looks like it's going to fall in. Oh, in front of this one. So I'm not a professional at doing this. I like to barbecue. So I was just going to be off for a week. And I thought, oh, let's paint the wall. And so there's my little break that kind of goes around the room. And again, we're back up here. Okay, let's go play with paint. Okay, so I started out painting without tape and thought there's no way I'm going to be able to cut these lines in. So ran to the store, picked up some painter's tape, and I've outlined basically every other square. And so now what I'm doing is I'm painting with a white paint that I've dumped some of my dark black that I'm going to be putting on here into the white to give me sort of a gray, and then I'm putting just some extra lines and stuff in it. So we're going to do these here, however many there are, I don't know, a dozen or so, 15 or whatever. We'll get those painted, and then we'll end up doing the other blocks. And then we'll mask the whole thing and paint my hole. So that's kind of where we're at right now. But yeah, painter's tape, definitely. You can't cut a straight line. I can't, so I'm not that good. All right, so here we are. I got the first bricks kind of painted with the blue. I got the tape on there, a little bit of black accents and stuff. So we're going to wait for that to dry. No idea how long. May go get a heat gun and play that route, but we'll see from there. All right. So this is where I'm at now. I've taped off and painted each of the holes. So I did this one and this one together, and then I've just done these. So every other one, basically, it's a little lighter, I've painted. And so super excited about this, that we're going to be, as soon as this dries off, I'm going to be painting it black in there, and we will have a big ass hole in my wall. I have to go get my neighbors and tell them part of my wall fell down and figure out what to do with it. So super exciting. And then these blanks up here are where it just indents. So I've got the line for the paint on that side and the line for the paint on that side where you just can't see it. So I think it looks pretty good. We'll continue on. Okay, so I've put the first coat of black paint on, and it's glossy now because it's wet. But as soon as that's done, then I will put another coat on because I want it to be for sure to cover some spots. So when we look, it's a little thin right here, a little bit thin right here. And so we want those to be covered. So I'll do a second coat, but I think that's it. I decided to add some cracks to my wall. And so those seem to look pretty good coming out from my points. And the way I did that was I just took my paper from my flocked foam roller that I bought, and I just painted the edge of that and then just tapped it on the wall, different spots. So that's how I got my little cracks that I got coming up there. So anyway, I don't know, first attempt at a hole in the wall. And so I'll back up here, and then we'll see what it looks like in a minute. Oh, hey, let's take a look real quick without the light. So we got the glare from outside, but if I come to this side, oh, we still got glare from, that light over there. So let me turn this one off too. There we go. Do we got any no glare? So kind of looks pretty dark. So hopefully it's once it dries. So, all right, we'll come back. All right, so I have finished. And so when you walk into my house, there is a hole in my wall. On this side. So the paint's still a little bit wet, so there's some reflection. You can see it up here in this corner right here. And so once it's completely dry, I move back over here. Where was I at? There we go. that's my hole in the wall. This is Big Ray. Thanks for watching. So, the hole in the wall, dog's in the background, looks like that.